Shalom, shalom. Well, it's morning time. Had to uncover the green beans. This is the corn patch. I have about maybe 6 rows of trucker's favorite. I wanted to try that corn to see what it would do on the grill while it was tender and everything. See if it was okay. It was after I had completed all my seed. This is a Golden Queen. It's up. Seems like later and later every year I'm getting the corn in. So this corn is actually not as far advanced as it probably should be. But it looks like it's going to do all right. It'll be later than normal. Like I said, the cold weather's later and later. And this is the moon up here. We're going to try to do something, I guess, to improve this soil for next year. But that's corn. I've got some Honey Select in here, and I believe it's some peaches and cream as well. So it's starting to tassel now. Some tassels are starting to come up and come out. Here's the first few. That plant's probably, I don't know. I think it's a little better than 4 foot. Thereabouts, give or take. 4.5 feet. Some about 4 foot. So anyway, this is the what they call I think it's called Honey Select corn. I had some corn planted here, but the seed didn't germinate, so this patch is kind of laid idle. I've been doing good just to keep the weeds cut down, actually. So next year, we'll get this put on it for weed control and to kill the weeds. And I did that all the way on this side of the building, put down the black plastic to kill back the weeds, and it should kill back 98% or better, I would imagine. There's some okra. It's a few plants. I don't know, there's probably 20 or so plants here. So I got a few plants in. It's like I said, everything seems to be late these last days, these last couple of years. Very difficult to germinate. The weather's not favorable enough for the plant to get its blast off on some things. Now, the green beans, however, seem to be doing very, very well. Of course, it doesn't really take a lot for green beans. They're starting to set the beans. Pretty good flower set. What these did is I mulched these with straw when they got so high. I mulched them with straw to keep the weeds down for weed control. Still get some weeds, but they're few and far between. Easily to pull out. Now this is a zucchini. This has done fabulous. I've got 7 bushes, and I probably picked, I don't know, probably, I bet you I picked better than 50 pounds off of it already just this week. Just this past week, this zucchini. And nice, 3 foot plus plants. And very good blossom set. Very good amount of female and male blooms. Another row of green beans. This is the one the deer slaughtered. I got in here, which is why I put this remay down. I covered up at night. The remay stinks. From storage, and it seems like the deer don't really like it. So these are the green beans. We will be picking also these here in just a couple, 3 weeks. We'll be harvesting green beans. Until the ones down the hill that got planted afterwards after the cabbage, I think, got pulled, they planted green beans. This butternut squash. You can see the little baby butternut down in there. Another one right there hiding. Very, very nice patch of butternut squash. And the bloom set is very heavy. I like this because this black plastic, because not only does it kill the weeds underneath it, but it gives something for the squash to run out on. There's one. Small butternuts coming out. See, there's just it's very, very well populated with a fruit set. There's even one right there starting to form. And there's one pretty good far along, probably about halfway through its growth or better. There's the bees doing their job, having breakfast. Just very big, you know, pie plate size blooms. Very big, heavy bloom set. Very happy. I don't see any signs of any squash bugs, which is a good thing. Didn't see it on the zucchini or the summer squash. These are melons. Melons, they're putting off their blooms now. They should be fruit setting here. Hopefully by the 1st of September, we can have some melons. Looks like a little bit of a Johnson grass coming up through that straw. See how easy that is to pull that. When you straw down, you stop the jackhammer impact of the rain. Things stay nice and damp and moist, so what weeds you do have can be easily pulled. Also, you don't allow the weeds to grow into such a population that you disrupt the growth of your plant. This is great to have the black plastic down here because there's no weeds in between. Normally what you have with melons is it'll look like just a horrid weed patch. That's what I had last year. But every time I've used the straw, that's mitigated a lot of that. That's mitigated. These, I believe, are some type of a sweet melon with, I can't remember the name. It's one of them market kind of melons. So anyway, I've got 3 good sized rows of those melons in here. We do. And that's going to be it as far as what I got going up here this year on the upper side. I had some potatoes early in the year. I plan on putting in a couple of items down in this little hoop house I got for winter growing for a test. So also I'm going to experiment with the little hoop house by putting some type of LED lighting in there because it's too much of that. And then when it's that happening, there ain't enough rain a lot of times. But in the days ahead, I think with volcanic activity and stuff, we're going to see a big drop in solar irradiance. So that'll have to be supplemented with some kind of light. The only thing we have available to us that's economical is LED. So I'll get back with you on that down the road. Anyway, that's the garden up here. So long.